Sisters and brothers, I know we remain in the grips of pandemic protocol, but I want to begin checking in with you weekly to give you some glimpses of the beautiful things happening in our life together. One of those is happening right now, this week. Advocacy Camp for our children is on. Families were driving up on Monday morning and picking up bags full of kits with daily activities and gear and snacks for children to participate at home. And I'm so appreciative of Amy and our summer intern, Annie Deaton, for the creative ways that they have helped facilitate this camp in spite of our social distancing measures. The other night, members of our church gathered on the portico and in the parking lot, filled sandbags with candles to make luminaries, 1,100 luminaries to be exact, for a prayer vigil, along with members of Hopkins Chapel, in memory of George Floyd, in solidarity with Black Lives Matter, and as a promissory note on our congregation's commitment to racial reconciliation in Asheville. As well, you can go to our home page, scroll down to the upcoming events, and now you can sign up for Center for Faith and Life classes that will begin online this summer. 2 classes will be offered, one taught by Terry Hamrick and another by Tommy Bratton. And then you can look forward this fall to several more classes coming online. In addition to these good things, I want to tell you a little bit about worship. Upcoming this Sunday, beginning June 14th, you'll recognize a new format for our services. There'll be a new beginning where you'll see members of our church in their homes gathering for worship and preparing to worship together, even in spite of these distancing measures. You'll recognize more familiar hymns with the text printed on the screen so that you can participate, or at least it'll be easier to participate. As well, there's a new benediction and what I might call a soaring conclusion to the service. And these will be 45 minutes long, so I hope it'll be more manageable for everyone for this summer, and especially for those with young children. We encourage everyone to make this the priority of the week. I know we're all kind of zoomed out right now from work and from connecting with family, but remember, the most important thing we can do every week is to worship the Lord our God and offer praise and thanksgiving. And we can still do this even though we're separated. I want to close my comments to you this week by offering a story about our dear friend Jack Sorrells, who died last week. I know so many of us are grieving this loss. Jack was our dear friend. He really was a kind of the mascot of our church. Maybe some of you don't know Jack by name, but you probably know him as the gentleman in the jacket and tie in the atrium, welcoming you and shaking your hand and asking how you're doing every Sunday. My first Sunday here, my first experience with Jack was at about 5:45 a.m., August 1st, 2016. I walked into the sanctuary, and I was so nervous. It was going to be my first sermon here, and my mind and my heart were racing, and there's this gentleman in a coat and tie and a vacuum cleaner right in front of the communion table, just vacuuming the floor. And I thought, wow, this is whoever this is a committed disciple if there ever was one. He turned around and said hello, and we had a wonderful conversation. But that's my kind of eternal glimpse, of Jack Sorrells. The image that'll live on in my mind is Jack with his vacuum cleaner before the rooster crowed. And I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss his friendship. And I know so many of you are going to miss him dearly. So I leave you with this thought. Who's going to be the next Jack Sorrells of our church? What place or what people do you love so much that you would be vacuuming the carpet of before the sun rose just because? It was your faith and where you called home and what was most important to you. That's who Jack was for us. He loved us that much. Who do we love that much? Who are we committed to in such deep and rich ways? And who are we welcoming and making feel at home wherever we are, wherever we happen to be? Let the spirit of Jack Sorrells live on in each of us, because it's the spirit of Jesus. So I commend that to you. And you can look forward to these updates for me ongoing throughout the summer and beyond. I just want to check in with you, and I hope you'll check in and participate in worship. Follow along with these updates and know with hope that we can consider these present sufferings not worth comparing with the glory that's to come. This time will end, and we will be stronger for it. We'll be more faithful for it. And what a great day that will be when we can come back together knowing that across this difficult time, we had been faithful and loving and a house of prayer that we've been called to be. Thanks, friends. I'll see you next week.